Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's time to play a completely and now for something completely different. Where's the damn soundboard? Where is it when I need it? Here we go.
And now for something completely different.
That's right. It's time for something completely different from what we normally play. We're playing Monty Python. Monty Python's Cocurricular Medieval Reenactment Program, which, as per the cover, it says it's a role-playing game. It is crossed off and says, no, it isn't, because it is not a role-playing game. It is a very serious, extremely historically accurate research program. As befitting this particular channel, it is absolutely insistive that we play everything completely straight and completely honest, and absolutely nothing could possibly go wrong. We are going to be doing a medieval reenactment of a factual, historical event that occurred within the Dark Ages of England. For that purpose, I have 4 people who will be portraying those individuals. Well met to you all. I myself is... What is that in your hand, Ben? What was that?
Coconuts.
Why do you have
My
coconuts?
horse.
Well, you do not need those, sir. I don't know why. Why do you have coconuts?
Not bad.
Thank you. Please. We are keeping things extremely serious in this channel. So, I have 4 people who will be participating in this reenactment. I'd like them to introduce themselves, as well as the quote-unquote characters that they will be playing. I, of course, will as well be playing a character of my own, but a little bit later for that. So let's go with someone who, it seems, is very keen on really insisting on historical accuracy in his attire, and that is Ben. Ben, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ironhead 454. Tonight, I will be playing Sir Balfour Schlitzwater. He is a knight who says nay.
Yes, I don't know why your voice went up an octave, but if you choose that particular tone of your voice and continue on with it, we may have some problems. We may have some problems, Ben. We shall talk about that in a moment. But thank you for your help in doing tonight's reenactment. Next to Benjamin's right, we have an individual we haven't seen on the channel in quite a while, but I'm very happy to see has come back to us in his intent in playing someone of the cloth, I believe. Is that correct, Chris?
Yes. Tonight I will be playing Father Neymard of the Illustrations Limited Religious Guild. Yes.
That's very good. Thank you very much, Chris. Appreciate your
Thank you.
intent on
Lots of tomes to look at.
Yes, we want to intend. Yes. We want to intend to keep historical accuracy.
Yes.
Accuracy.
I have many books to consider when questions are needed of the group.
Excellent.
Tomes.
Yes. Very good. Thank you very much. To Christopher's immediate right, as we're looking at him directly in his eyes and trying to avert, that is Red. Red, do me a favor. Who are you playing, Red? Thank you for joining us, of course, by the way.
Hi, I'm Red. I shall be playing Tammy, those that would call me Tammy, the Enchanter.
Tammy the Enchanter.
Tammy the Enchanter.
Okay.
Sister to Tim the Enchanter.
Yes, well, we can get into that in a moment. We don't need any relations at this moment. We need to keep things just very much on the level here. All right. So thank you very much. Appreciate that. And then finally, to Red's direct right, we have Julie. Julie, introduce yourself and, of course, your character.
Hi, I'm Julie, and I will be playing Nannie, the naughty nun. I don't know that I need to say anymore.
Nannie, the naughty nun.
Nannie, the naughty nun.
All right, that seems a little bit of contradiction. But but I guess we'll find out more about that. Enough said at this point in time. So, folks, as befits this program, we're going to need a master of ceremonies, of course, a person who brings the story together, and of course these players. And that, as per the rules of this particular game, of the Cocurricular Medieval Reenactment program, is me. And you may be wondering, what is the deal? Why do you have the word whole before your name, Matt? Well, because whole stands for Head of Light Entertainment. Whole. That's right. I am tonight's whole. Leave it at that. Now, many of you folks who are watching in chat may be wondering, well, what are the rules? What's the deal? What's with all this game? Well, the rules are pretty simple. I will be presenting a historical reenactment for the four of them to reenact. I will be giving them deeds and tasks and quests that, if they were in fact these characters, they were to accomplish. And hopefully, by the end of all of this, they will feel satisfied that we've gone through a historical reenactment that has some value and some merit. Now, being a member of the role-playing game community, I, of course, will need to put on my own persona. The persona of this particular program will not be me. It will be the persona of the current head of Light Entertainment, who is, let me check my books here. Yes. That will be Mrs. Wilma Puremance. Right, Mrs. Wilma Puremance. Mrs. Wilma Puremance is, in fact, the founder, president, and benevolent autocrat of the Verified Universal Listeners and Viewers Association. I'll say that again for those of you who are wishing to try to associate the first letter. The Verified Universal Listeners and Viewers Association. Mrs. Wilma Puremance, as I will play her, is absolutely appalled by the moral degradation in society, which is attributable entirely to the indecent, vulgar, lecherous, libidinous, dissolute, salacious, obscene, scurrilous, pornographic, and smutty filth being wantonly disseminated into the virgin eyes, ears, and minds of the innocent. For pity's sake, think of the children.
And the nuns.
Perhaps the nuns. I don't think that Mrs. Wilma Puremance is extremely religious, but definitely about moral decrepitude. So we'll see how that works out. So this is the last time that you'll hear me as Matt speaking in my own voice until such other time that I will come back. Now I will be taking on the role of Mrs. Wilma Puremance.
So if we've got some channel points.
Good point, Brad. Thank you. Before I become Mrs. Wilma Puremance, method acting is my forte, by the way. There are some ways that you in Twitch will be able to redeem your channel points. There are some new ones specifically for Monty Python. I hope that you enjoy it. The 4 ways that you, as a Twitch watcher, can cash in your channel points are, number 1, giving a PC a merit. Merits are good things for them to utilize during their historical travails here. On the opposite side, if you want to feel a little frisky, want to give them a little bit of a challenge, you can give them a demerit. Demerits are bad things. And enough demerits make bad things occur. So the aforementioned really bad thing that can occur is even more expensive of a channel point cost, and that is called a beshrew-ment. That's right, a beshrew-ment. So we have merits, demerits, beshrew-ment, right? Really, really bad things. And then, of course, if you want something to be as befits the sound that we played before, and yet I will play again.
And now for something completely different.
We will be able to change the head of Light Entertainment's personality to a completely different whole. That's right, you'll be choosing the wholes tonight.
If you've got the channel points to do so.
If you have the willingness to use your power to change your whole.
And the cash.
And yes, the cash. I don't know why they're paying for it.
With great power
I
comes great responsibility.
No.
10K points, Matt.
Yeah, that's a
nothing to
lot.
shake
That's a lot of fake money. But let me tell you something. I change holes for free. So just
Whoa.
remember that. But yes, in terms of this game, we will need to change holes using the channel points. So let's all remember that. If you wish to change the hole because you don't find the hole to be particularly pleasing, we will choose a random one from the list of holes. Lots of holes. Plenty of holes to utilize
there are
tonight.
12 or how many holes are there?
How many holes? Let me check.
Different
Let
holes,
me determine from the list of holes in my.
We also have a hype train, guys.
Oh, thank you, Hype Train. Much appreciated.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Blue got us started.
Thank you, Blue. The number of holes.
You're my Blue.
Let's see. There's a lot of things in this PDF that I'm leafing through here, folks. So apologies. There's a lot of holes. My God, there's just so many holes. Here we go. The number of holes is 18. There are 18 holes.
All the hype train holes.
Yes.
18 holes. That's
18 holes,
personnel.
like golf. Makes sense. So, if Blue chooses the new hole, is it a blue hole?
Could be.
Well, this isn't a red hole at the moment, so
This is the starting hole. We will be moving on to other holes as the game progresses.
First hole.
But I think that it's important that we start, otherwise we're never going to finish.
Primary hole.
Shall we? The way that things work in the game is I will ask certain characters to perform certain tasks. They will then roll certain die. This is not a D20 game. This is a game of multiple different types of die. 4s, 6s, 8s, 10s, 12s, 14s, and 16s. In between the D4 and 20. The smallest die is a D4. The largest die is a D20. Everything in between is utilized. That's right. There are D14s and D16s. This game. And they will be using it using our wonderful partner Roll20, because I don't expect that all of them have the actual physical dice to use. So, I think we shall, with that, get started. And if you don't remember the rules, just remember rolling 1 on any die is bad. That is called a spam. Spams are bad. Rolling the highest number on any die is a struth. That is also very good. But you don't want to struth so much, because when you struth, you add on your number from that die roll onto a second, potentially even third or fourth, depending on how many times you struth, roll. Once you go past a certain number, you will immediately spam. Or potentially even cause a beshrew-ment. Beshrew-ments, as you remember, are bad. There are many different things in this game that are bad, so let's not run into them face first, shall we? I think it's time we start. This particular reenactment. Sorry, let me change personalities. Hello, everyone. I'm Mrs. Wilma Puremans, and tonight we will be performing a very, very accurate historical reenactment of a very, very ancient tale involving Arthurian knights. And a tale informing all those involved who it is that found that most sacred artifact of artifacts, the Grail of our Savior and Christ, the Holy Grail. This story. Shush you! Shush! I don't need your condescending attitude. This story is in fact called The Grail National. That is right, The Grail National. Now, as we perform this reenactment, I wish you to understand that you four will be going on a certain quest that you may be familiar with. However, it is not the aforementioned quest that you may be familiar with on a movie or a book or something like that. This is your own quest. So we need to determine where the Holiest of Holies is. Where is the Grail? Let's start off with a roll to determine where the Grail is. I will ask Sir Balfour. I will be using your character names from here on out. Sir Balfour, please roll a 6-sided die. Thank you, Sir Balfour. I will be secretly notating down using a pen and a piece of paper, which I can cover deep. There we go. Writing it down. Interesting. Please, Chris. Sorry, I beg your pardon. I mentioned your name. Naughty. I would. Father Neymard, please roll me a 4-sided die.
4.
4-sided die. That's a 4. Okay. Thank you very much.
What was that for?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just writing down where this bloody grail is. Huh? Okay, very interesting. Okay. Here we are. I would like you all to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Thank you very much, Sir Balfour. I know we can't see your eyes. Just putting your hand in front of your face is perfectly acceptable. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I would like you to now think as if you are your characters. Think as if you are indeed going back to the Arthurian times. I will play a bit of music, if you will, just to ensure that you feel that we are indeed in England. It is indeed the Dark Ages. A time of strife, time of pestilence, a time of hope for those who wish to understand the true nature of their lives, especially those who have a lot of money, a lot of land. For those who do not, well, honestly, it's quite a horrible situation. But that's neither here nor there. For the 4 of you, you are indeed heroes. You have your own lives behind you and in front of you. But the 4 of you have found some way of finding each other in all of this claptrap and horror mess. And so, for that end, say that you know each other quite well. So to that end, the 4 of you, you may take your hand away from your eyes now. You may open them. Thank you. The 4 of you now may introduce yourselves to each other, if you so desire, now that you are a full character.
Well, I guess I will start. Hello, everybody around here. You may call me Tammy. I am an entertainer of quite ill repute. But how else have I got here?
Oh, you know me. I'm Nannie. Just a little nun. Nothing special. It's a nun. But you better not be naughty. I'm watching you.
Hello, I am Father Neymard.
That's it?
I am Sir Balfour Schlitzwater of the Knights who say me. We are the protectors of the sacred words me, peng, and neom.
Must you continue to say that horrible word? You might need a spanking, might you?
Oh my, no, we're not going to go there. That...
Don't be naughty.
You're going in the wrong direction, dear. I don't appreciate it. Don't appreciate it at all. I'm quite uncomfortable at this point. So
let her continue.
Quite a little bit of warning. I'm applying to you. This is a warning.
I'm telling him not to be naughty.
Right.
I have done nothing naughty.
No, it's just the thoughts. They're springing in my head. Don't like them. Don't like them at all.
Maybe you are the one who is being naughty.
I'm going to move the
Thinking
story
naughty
forward.
thoughts.
I'm going to move the story forward as the four of you are standing, being quite calm and not naughty at all. The clouds, the very clouds above you, part. Which I'm going to showcase to those in chat as to what occurs when that happens. First, there is a singing coming from the clouds, which you do not understand where it comes from, but you hear it. It sounds a beautiful sort of angelic choir singing above you in the clouds. And then God himself appears above you.
Worshippers! Worshippers! Stay your treading a moment. That's it. Look up here. Hello. No, don't avert your eyes. I'm talking to you, specifically. That is correct, yes?
Me.
No.
Me, oh Lord.
No, shut up. Look here.
Sorry, Lord, sorry.
Pugnacious companions, I lay upon you a task of utmost importance. In fact, it's rated by most agencies as a holy quest. I charge you to find the one true Holy Grail. Before that King Arthur, defeater of the Saxons, blah, 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 can get his grubby gauntlets on it. Got it?
Got it.
Yes, Lord.
Great! I'll nip back round
At
once
your service, Lord.
the job's sorted and probably give you some material reward if that sort of thing interests you. But what could be more glorious than accomplishing my will?
A shrubbery!
No, don't talk about that. No. If that... my will. My will. Yes, if that doesn't get your badgers bristling, how does the cheap satisfaction of beating King Arthur at something he really, really wants to achieve?
Very good, oh Lord.
Right!
Splendidly naughty.
Yes, excellent, Lord.
Right. Anyway, gotta get back to the business. Get cracking.
Thank you, Lord.
And the angelic choir dissipates as a door shuts in the cloud.
Divine providence. The Lord has spoketh. We should go find the Grail.
A blessing.
I had nothing better to do.
A blessing from the Lord.
God be praised.
So,
But where is it?
yes, exactly. Where is the Grail? As you have now received your quest from the Lord God, you must begin the search. This will most likely involve some asking around. There are many people within the area in which you four have found yourselves that may find that they have information as to where the Grail may be. However, you are in a race against the clock. Because King Arthur himself is, of course, looking for the Grail at the same time. Why he is doing that and how God has sort of set you up against him is a matter for another time. That said, I am going to roll a die. And if I roll a 1 on the die, Then, I'm just reading this bloody rules here. Here's it. For every... Okay, I see. I see. So depending on how I roll this die, it may be that Arthur and his knights have gotten in front of you. So it's up to you as to how many quests you wish to achieve before you find the Grail or find the location for the Grail. But if you want the straightest shot to it, you may have a tougher time of finding it. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, too bad.
Yes.
So now that we know
side quest before we do the main quest. I think that's usually the way things go.
Perhaps not in historical context. Right. So, there is a, yes, let's see. All right. I would say, if anyone has an idea as to the kind of people or perhaps persons that you would like to ask, I will be more than happy to drive your conversations in that direction.
Well, it looks like nobody has an immediate idea, though. I think science is probably the best method to try and track down somebody. So maybe someone we could talk to is an astrologer that may be able to point us in a distinct direction. Maybe
somebody follows a star. Somebody who follows a star.
Yes.
It sounds like hooey to me, but since we don't have any other leads, what?
Right. A star, astrologers. Yes, it's very possible that we have a druid, perhaps, or a hedge wizard who may be able to utilize their affinity with what you may, in fact, call science, which people in this particular time period would certainly call magic. To discern witchcraft. Yes. To determine the location of the Grail. And so to that end, you do know that there are perhaps several individuals, such as a druid or a witch, in the nearby neighborhood, that would be available to obtain their knowledge.
Well, we should definitely go there, then.
Yes, I think we probably go and search out for a witch. They seem more aware of their surroundings.
Yes. So, if you wish to travel to a nearby witch, who would perhaps know more about what it is that this Grail or its location, I would say that the four of you would travel along the paths. Let me give you some music for that.
Some traveling music?
Yes, here we are.
Rumor has it that they are made of wood.
Here we are. Now, those of you who wish to travel may in fact do so with the appropriate traveling accoutrement at this time. I think Sir Balfour may have in fact done it a little early. Father Neymard himself has brought some appropriate sound effect equipment, as Sir Balfour has as well. You must, of course, if you are not using sound equipment, you must, of course, present like you are on a horse, like such. No, I'm afraid, Julie, bobbing your head is not good enough. You must indeed use your hands as such to go like so. No, Red, you're not doing it right. This is you turning a crank. You must get into it. Come on now. We are traveling across the green hills of Albion. That's right. Everyone, all together. Until, of course, and we're going to do this for every fucking travel, so you better get used to it.
If only there was a teleportation spell that I knew.
Right. So the four of you reach your first port of call, which is the nearby hovel of a witch. I'm going to see if I can bring on a witch handout. Yes, there is in fact a witch NPC block. Stat block is what I believe they're called. Yes. Person who dabbles in magic, be they a crone in the woods, a wizard in a tower, or a court magician. In order to pursue this particular task, you will need to overcome the witch in some way. So I turn to you all to determine how you wish to do that, and in what fashion. You must, of course, explain yourself in this particular deed. This is a deed, meaning a task for you to accomplish.
Well, Tammy, this was your idea.
Yes. Since I'm the one seemingly with all the ideas in this party at this moment, I think I should just get her a little bit wet. And Tammy uses one of her. No, I don't have to describe it, do I? I have to describe.
Stop that right now. Right, no, I'm going to just impose myself here into this program. I would like to let everyone know that the whole is doing a spot-on job, but you are trying to interpret game rules. Game rules are not what we are attempting to do here. We are attempting to do a historical reenactment. Reenactment means that you will need to ensure that you are telling the group, as well as the whole, exactly what you intend to do. Once you've done that, we will have the whole examine what it is that you have in your character sheet and determine what kind of trait that you are using. Right, back to it. Thank you so much, General. So, where were we? Yes. We would like you to describe your action.
Well, Tammy is going to attempt to push open the door with as much force as she can muster.
Okay, you open the door and you see a horrid-looking woman with boils all over her face, warts on her nose. At least that's what you see. And she waves a craggy finger in your face. She says, "What are you doing in my home?"
We came here for your assistance, actually. I was wondering if you would happen to know about the whereabouts of the Grail.
Grail.
She retreats at the name of the holy word of God's divine implement. She says, "Oh, the Grail. Yes, I may know of someone who knows of the Grail, but if you intend to get that knowledge from my brain, you must defeat me in a test of will." She points a horrid, scabrous finger in your direction.
And Tammy will just bat away the finger, just nonchalantly. Of course, miss. I don't think I got your name. Of course, I am willing to undergo a test of the wills. It's not the first time that I've done it. But we can always make mistakes, can't we?
Yes. Go ahead. Just write and sort it out. What is it that you're intending on doing, Tammy?
Okay. So Tammy will look around the hovel or whatever this place is, and look for something that intrigues her that she can use to advantage.
Oh, there's
not used to advantage. I don't know how to say it. Something that she has experience in using.
Yes. There are many jars and bags full of excrement and horrible worms and bugs, all kinds of horrid distillations of liquids with which to use in potions and the like.
And in that regard, I think Tammy will grab one of the bottles of excrement and just say, well, I think I know what to do with this. Question is what I think we can do with this the same thing you think I can do with this?
So what is your intention? What are you trying to do?
Specifically use my knowledge of alchemical ingredients to prove to the witch that we are worthy.
Excellent, excellent. I see. I would say that would be a test of your. Check the character sheet since I don't remember them all. What is your trait? I need to keep these things in more handy places. One moment. Open up the character sheet. So I see them all. Character sheet. Yes. Don't have any of your bloody traits. Shit. Name one of the trait. What is the trait that you wish to use?
Wisdom in the ways of science.
Wisdom in the ways of science, yes. I would say that's perfectly acceptable. I would say that you could use that and roll that against her druidry.
Okay. Well, I've got. Yeah. Let's see. We'll check my character sheet. Yep. Okay, so I've got a D14 in the Wisdom in the Ways of Science, plus +1 from my alchemical equipment. So roll a D14. If this comes through properly. 7.
Right, that's 7. And she's got a 10-sided die on her druidry, so she's going to roll that. Rolls an 8.
Ooh.
Now, you rolled a D14, which is a 7, but do you have anything additional? Do you have any kind of accoutrement that would add to your wisdom in the ways of science?
Yeah, as I said, the alchemy kit, so that 7 is actually an 8.
Oh, so it's a tie.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to roll again.
Okay.
Roll
So
again, please.
A different or
No, the same bloody one.
same one? Okay.
My God, that was almost a truth. That was a 13 on the 14-sided die. Well, she's going to roll. I don't believe that that will do very well because she's got a 10-sided die. 10-sided die doesn't go up to 13, so it's clear that you're going to win. Yes, you will be more than happy to explain to me what exactly you've done with this particular deed.
Well, Tammy grabs the feces and, I mean, she just sets it aflame and it explodes.
My God.
In her hands.
My God. Explodes? Like you've killed her? I don't understand.
No, the jar itself explodes.
Well, yes, but of course now you're flaming feces all over the place. What was that done to the woman in her home?
Well, of course, after Tammy explodes everything and sets everything on fire, she'll put it out.
Put out the fire. I see. Well, you've scared the living bejesus out of her. Congratulations. Yes, I'd say that was if that was your intention, you have succeeded in doing so, and the witch is very much quite frightened of you, and has stated to you in no uncertain terms that she will indeed now subsume to your will and give you the location of the next person that she knows is knowledgeable as to about the location of the Grail. she believes that the Grail is in the keeping of Joseph Joey Fishbags of Arimathea, who took it to his aptly named castle where the Grail is. That's what she says.
Well, that's very handy. Thank you very much for your help.
It's Joseph Joey Fishbags of Arimathea. Castle where the Grail is.
And where is said castle?
She draws you a
Grail
rudimentary map, which will take you approximately a day's travel to arrive.
Glory be in the name of the who shall continue on our quest.
Yes,
Continue
indeed.
on, continue on.
Yes, of course. So, once again, you leave the flaming, shit-stained hovel of the witch, and continue on your way, and of course, mounting your horses to the castle where the Grail is.
Why does it bring my trebuchet?
Right, sort that. That's enough. We're going to move on to the next scene. You arrive after a day's travel, and I will now need to roll a 14-sided die. Determine if you have indeed outpaced Arthur. Right. Marking something which you don't know anything about. Thought I heard something in my ear there for a second. Could have missed that. Don't know where that came from. Right. After a day's travel, you come across a very tall, very craggy tower. The Grail Castle. Or at least the castle where the Grail is, according to what was told.
Oh, to be praised!
God be praised.
It's a rather unconvincing castle, per se. It's just a big tower sticking out of the mud. But nevertheless, you do in fact spy a guard at the front door. What do you wish to do?
Okay.
Hello there.
We
Hello.
The guard,
We have arrived.
in the name of the Lord.
guard looks at you and smiles and says,
Hello. Who are you?
Well, might we come in then?
I need your names. Who's your names?
Father Neymard.
I am Nannie, the nun.
Schlitzwater!
There are those that call me Tammy.
Me. Enchanter. Neymard. And Nannie. Right. And who are you here to see?
The Grail.
We seek the Grail, sir. So we might want to speak to your head in charge of the castle here, the keep, or whoever holds the historical thing.
Oh yeah.
such.
You want Joey? Yeah.
Who's Joey?
Yes, Joey Fishbags. He's my boss.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Yeah, Joey Fishbags. Yeah, one moment.
Is this the castle where the Grail is?
I don't know what you're talking about, but if you're here to see Joey Fishbags, so I can help you out.
Yes.
Right. One moment.
and the guard passes inside the tower door. And you wait there for quite a while, perhaps an hour or two.
Hello, dear sir. Are you coming back?
Oh, yes.
Are you coming back to let us in?
Yes. To move the story along, we will say that after an hour or two, you do hear the sound of steps coming down, and the guard arrives once more, and he says,
Right, Joey Fishbags, yeah, he'll see you. He's not in the best of ways, but yeah, you could go see him if you like. He does like company.
Oh, yes, let's do this.
Right. Follow me. Mind the stairs. They're a little craggy. Yeah.
and he brings you up the stairs to the top of the tower, and you see an older man dressed in armor laying on a bed. Long beard, long black beard, and his right leg is in a horrid way. It's quite nasty and quite grotesque and bloody. I'd say that the wound is more how to put this delicately. It's not in the area of his leg that you may say would be closer to the knee, but it's an area is closer to the well, I don't feel comfortable quite saying it.
Heart? It's closer to the heart, darling.
Yes, it's definitely closer towards his
pelvis.
His pelvis. Yes, his pelvis.
It is junk, isn't it?
I don't know what that is. I'm going to pretend like you didn't say that, Father Neymard. You're going for a warning, aren't you?
Sorry.
Yes, that's your last warning. I've warning for Nannie. And a warning for Neymard. Yes. Propriety and all. Propriety, please. So what is it would you like to do?
Well, do any of you know how to heal a broken or a missing leg? Or maybe even find out where the leg is? I hear there's tigers around this area.
It is.
Jerry Fishbags, so he's called, looks up at the four of you and says,
Oh, I'm in such a bad way. I'm in such a bad way. I can't feed anything. I need help. I need help in the area. I need it. Help me.
What
I
would
can
you
say a blessing.
what would you for any of you like to do?
Offer up his last word if he wants. The nanny offered up some service.
Did you say a blessing? Nannie, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
A blessing upon you.
A blessing. Please recite the appropriate blessing of your faith. And tell
May
me,
the Lord bless
before
you and
you do
keep
so,
you.
Apologies. Before you do so, please describe for all of us what positioning of your hands and mouth and other things that you would like to have in the process of this particular blessing or prayer.
She takes upon and out of her pack a small little a ruler. It's a ruler.
A ruler.
Long. It's a ruler. And she begins her prayer like such. May the Lord's blessings be upon you today and for always. May you always and forever be in his care. May his peace be upon you and his healing be upon you today and forever and ever and ever. And then she is going to smack at the stump of his leg. Whack!
Oh my! The stump. I didn't mention that it's not like he was missing a leg. He simply has a very large wound in the area.
Well, that's where she smacks. Right above it, about an inch or so.
My God! quite terrifying.
Healing pummel.
Yes. Okay. What I would say, if you happen to have, let's see, what's the best choice here? According to this particular quest, this deed, I should say, purpose. Do you have purpose?
Purpose. I have purpose.
Excellent. Please roll your purpose.
Purpose is a D14.
Oh my, that's quite successful chances.
Okay, so let's see here.
Do you have
Reminding room mechanics.
Do you have any accoutrement
I
that
do
would
not
give
have
it a bonus to it?
Let's see here. I have a hymnal, which gives me a +1 to my purpose.
Right. So roll it.
Okay. So see, we do slash. I do not remember the mechanics I'm
Slash.
rolling in.
Right.
Slash roll D or
Slash.
D slash. No,
Slash.
14.
Let
Right,
me-
slash
I will
roll.
be doing.
D number.
Excuse me. That is a warning for you, Tammy, as you have overspoken the whole. Overspoken.
Not the first time, not the last time.
Well, would you like to go for
Emotional damage!
My God! What are you trying to do here? 3 out of 4 of you have already obtained a warning. The only person who hasn't done so is the bugger with the knight's helmet on. Right. The appropriate way to roll the d14 is //R space D14.
And then you can also do plus.
I don't need your input.
So that 6 becomes a 7 then, correct?
A 7, unfortunately, is a failure. It is a failure. You have spoken your hymnal,
Uh,
and you've spoken your blessing, and unfortunately, that has not succeeded. So
May I
Oh,
help
for shame.
the man on the bed, he roils in panic as his wound begins to fester.
It is terrible. It is terrible. I do. Must say.
I take out my my copy of Stone Me, the autobiography of Saint Stephen. I turn to one of the pages and I say, "Bless Netterspread, and no more of your maimed acts after this with your notos and curados in every tome. Thick and heavy in our own of his relevance to your altitude."
Well said, well said. I enjoyed that quite severely. I would say for you, purpose roll, if you happen to have it, Father Neymard. If you do not, I will be more than happy to accept a trait that you find appropriate to this.
How about Lorful?
What was the trait? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Lorful.
Lawful. Yes. And
Lorfulness.
what is your intention behind this this reading of this passage?
To give him to imbue him with Holy Spirit, to help him remember where the Grail is, to give us a sign of where to go.
He has a bloody wound
Yeah.
on his groin. You know that, right?
Yep.
Keeping you aware of that.
And I'm also going to slip him one of my naughty pictures.
I see. Ooh, go. Neymard. Don't need that.
Naughty.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to give you a demerit for that, Father Neymard. I don't appreciate that. Yes, that's one demerit for you, sir.
Naughty
Don't
boy.
need that kind of ill-fitting with the program, Father Neymard, but
It's part of my religion. That's blasphemy.
all right, Father Neymard, please roll your lawful.
It's a D16.
My God. Do you have any accoutrement that'll give you a bonus to that?
Yes.
Right?
My hat and my book. And my cup. So plus 3.
My God, you have quite a lot of accoutrement, don't you?
Thank you. Thanks to my scribe, Quilliam.
I haven't even heard about scribe. You have a scribe that's with you as well?
Yes.
Has he come? Has he come all this way? You haven't even introduced him?
His name's Quilliam.
William. Is that the Quilliam?
Yes.
I've written it down. Right, Quilliam. Make your roll. Oh, you've rolled a 13. That's sufficient. I would say that's sufficient, yes. So I think that Joey Fishbags sits up, never minding the horrifying bloody wound in his upper thigh.
Yes.
And he puts his hand on your shoulder. And he says, "I don't. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even mind the pain anymore. I don't even mind it."
Where is the grail, Joey?
I don't exactly know where the Grail is now. It used to be in this castle, but it's not in here anymore. But I'll tell you this: in order to defeat the Grail, or actually get to the Grail, there are 3 challenges that you will have to face. So I can tell you them, so you can prepare accordingly.
Quickly.
Yeah, there used to be 5 Grail challenges, but now there's only 3. Yeah, the first Grail challenge.
Right. And
Yep. I know their names, so I don't know exactly what happens to them, but you may be able to just remember them for when you actually get to the first, the second, and the third Grail challenge. Yep. Okay. First Grail challenge is called Prove the Worthiness of Thy Body. Yep. I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory what it says on the tin. You're going to have to do something really, strong or fast or something like that. Yeah. Second Grail challenge is called Prove the Worthiness of Thy Mind. I think that's also pretty self-explanatory. You have to use some thinking power to get across for the purposes of the particular quest or deed, that kind of thing. And the last Grail challenge is called Prove the Worthiness of Thy Soul, assuming that you have any.
So soul, mind, and body.
That is
You need to
right.
prepare.
That is right. Prove the worthiness of aforementioned words, soul, by body. Yeah.
Well, I think we can deduce who is most effective in each of those methodologies in this current party.
Yeah, once you complete all the challenges, you'll probably find in the ways of quests and all that, the actual resting place of the Grail, right?
So where shall we find this first trial, if you will?
I think that considering there's a horrid forest to the east that seems full of horrible monsters, that you go the opposite direction and go to the south. That's the opposite of east, right? And then from there, just keep walking, and maybe you find someone who knows something more. What do you think?
sure.
Excellent, excellent.
I think you're wrong, but we shall not probably go to the dark, demeaning forest, as you mentioned. We shall avoid it.
I like
Good.
demeaning forests.
I like him. I
It's
like him.
Of course you
I,
do.
I like that. I
Okay.
like that guy with the beard. Yeah. Anywho, thanks for not helping me with my horrible bloody wound on my thigh. But now that I don't really care about it that much anymore, I think I'll be all right. I think I'll just stay here and maybe I'll survive it.
Of course you will. I mean, this timeline has a lot of people surviving wounds like that.
Especially
And
ones that
walk
look
out.
like this. and he lifts up his gown and shows you the horrible gangrenous wound that has appeared on his upper thigh. It's a sight to see.
Yes, I'm sure you've got a full life ahead of you.
If you would like, I would best that wound in single combat.
Best my wound in single combat. I'd like to see that. And I would say, based on that, the knight stands and grabs a sword and plants it in the wound itself. Just sticks it right inside the wound. And he says, "Go right, let's go, let's go, let's go. So let's start our first combat, shall we?"
We shall. Shall we?
Yes.
So, Sir Balfour, since you are attacking, what is it you would like to do? Please explain it to me.
I will draw my long sword, place it in both hands, and slash at the wound.
Right, I would say that will be a test of
Valor!
I don't see why not. Valor sounds good.
My long sword adds a +1. And it is a D18.
Oh my.
So,
Well, give it a shot. Oh my, that's a horrid roll. That's
one is
that's a
four.
that's a 4. Yes, you.
May I help?
How would you like to help? I don't believe there's rules for. Are there rules for helping?
I can do an indulgence.
Oh, please explain what that means, Father Neymard.
So, for a reasonable fee, forgiveness of moral transgressions. In the program, that means affecting the results of a die you or it has just rolled. Unlike situations, SSAs, this one doesn't eat up your turn, so you can use it and still do a deed on the same
Excellent,
turn.
excellent. Then yes, I would say, Father Neymard, you could use your whatever the term that you used.
Yes, my indulgence, but I guess I just roll a D30 then, I guess? Is that
what it says?
There's like a table here.
Oh.
There's a table here.
Then use
for
it.
Numbers.
If there are ever
20,
tables,
30.
you must use the table.
Okay.
You rolled a 24 on your table. What does that mean, Father Neymard?
Alright. The die may be re-rolled and the result of be taken.
You're cutting out. I don't know if it's your microphone or something, but you cut out a bit. Say that again.
This is specific. The die may be re-rolled. Result must be taken.
My God, it's like Clem Fandango. I can't hear a bloody word that you just said. It just cut out. Was I the only person who missed it out?
Crazy.
Like, keep your finger on the button, Clem Fandango.
If I may, I can
Alright.
relay what he just
Go ahead, Red. Yep.
That I'm assuming Sir Balfour can re-roll the dice.
That's it?
And
Just
Correct.
re-roll the bloody dice
the
then.
result must be taken.
Okay.
1 is 11.
That's 11. That's not. Oh, actually, I believe that. No, it's not good enough. Based on what I'm seeing here on this stat block, that is not good enough to
Damn it.
defeat the wound of the knight. So, with that, the knight will now attack you.
This is between me and the wound.
Yes, the knight's wound attacks you. The knight will swing the wound, which holds the sword, in your direction. And this is a valor versus valor. So he's going to roll his valor, which is a D10.
Do you want me to roll mine again?
Yes, you're going to roll your valor versus his valor, and whoever gets
Okay.
higher will win. Oh my. A 2! It's not a spam, but it's darn close. And 11.
+1 is 12.
Yes, that is a win for you, sir. So, you have completed your task. And how do you wish to get his wound to die, I assume?
I take my sword and I stab it to the hilt through the wound.
Right, in doing so, you make the wound even more disgusting. Pus explodes from the wound into your face, coats your armor. Joey Fishbag screams in pain. His eyes roll back into his head, and he falls down, dead, onto the bed. Congratulations.
There you are, good sir. Your wound is vanquished.
Indeed, the wound has been vanquished, along with its owner. And that is the end of our combat.
I think you went a little bit too hard on there, Sir Balfour.
I think I did just fine. The wound is done. It is no more. It is an X-wound.
As is the person with it.
No bother.
Right.
Well, I think we're done here at least.
I
We've
would
got
say
the
for
information
certain,
that
yes.
we needed. I think we are done here.
Yes, I agree,
To the
sir.
horses.
Okay, to the horses. Yes, indeed, to the horses. Let me
Right, get on with it.
Yes, get on with it indeed. Let's get onto our horses and let's do a little bit of travel, shall we?
Get
Traveling.
on with it.
Traveling again. Please.
Squires,
All together now.
let's ride.
Yes, as well as Quilliam. Quilliam is on his
Come,
horse.
Quilliam.
Now, something I didn't roll before, which I'm more than tempted to do now, is encounters that happen on the way to the Gray's location. Nannie, do me a favor, please, and roll a d6. Let's see what happens on the way. That's a 4. Oh my. Yes. So traveling alongside, perhaps in the same direction as what the aforementioned Joey Fishbags told you, along the direction perhaps to the south, you hear a call from a nearby field. The question is, who does this call come from? Brother Neymard, roll a d4, please. A 2. Yes. Okay. Amazing. You hear a woman's voice crying, "Oh my, I'm in such pain. What shall I ever do? I shall never return home. Oh, my pain. The pain is horrid. Help."
Oh, woman.
Could be a trap.
Woman.
Do you approach the
Oh,
woman?
you're not speaking to me.
Apologies. It's very hard to discern the voices between my own, of course, Mrs. Wilma Puremans, and the woman. Let me perhaps bring my voice down a slight bit. Maybe make it a little bit more breathy. Yes. Hello? Hello, yes, I'm in terrible pain. You see a very comely looking woman.
What seems to be the problem? Nannie, quick.
Yes.
You see a very, very comely looking woman.
I do say.
Yes, she's lying on the ground on top of the heath. Her leg is exposed. Feeling very uncomfortable saying about it right now, but yes, her leg is exposed, and there is a massive, black thorn-looking thing that is stuck into her leg.
I do say. Maybe we can just remove this black thorn.
She says, "Oh, don't
Would
do
this
that.
help?
Don't do that. He'll be back. He'll be back, and he'll sting all of us. He'll sting all of us."
Who, dear love?
"Well, don't you know?" And she points to this horrible black thorn in her leg. A leg, very comely looking leg, very shapely leg. Oh my, I'm feeling very hot. She says, "Oh, no. That's the stinger for Eric the Half a Bee. Don't you know? He'll be back, and he'll sting us all."
Not Eric the Half-Bee.
Yes, Eric the Half a Bee.
Well, if he's going to be doing such naughty things, maybe he should be punished for his insolence and his treachery.
How
And in the meantime, you should be healed.
how do you intend to punish him?
Let us
Oh, no.
heal you. Well, I will do what every good nun does. She pulls out her ruler. Naughty boys must be taught a lesson.
Bring on its half a bee, and I shall cut off the other half.
About instead of cutting things off, we just try to remove the stinger.
Not her stinger, the half a bee.
Oh yes, that would be fine. You work on that part, I will work on her leg. And you just let me know when it's time to teach that half a bee how to reach the light.
Right. Eric the Half a Bee. You hear the buzzing of Eric the Half a Bee as he buzz. I'm doing a horrid job of it. But yes, Eric the Half a Bee indeed does in fact come buzzing across the fields towards you. I'm going to give you a handout of what it is that this bloody thing looks like. Give me a moment. And oh, fudge! My handout has gone rogue. Hold in one moment. Edit. There we are. Now we are cooking. Eric the Half a Bee. Here we are. Half a Bee. I have to title it. It's very important. I'm going to showcase it to you, so you all see it as to what he looks like. Blow it up a bit. Yes, that's Eric the Half a Bee. Hopefully you all can see. Make it a bit bigger. There we are. Eric the Half a Bee. This is the first chance perhaps any of you have ever seen half a bee. Simply just lying there as it floats over and lays there, its stinger sticking out from between its strange legs, and comes at you in a strange attack that seems quite sexy, but it is also very languid, very strange. So let's go with what it is that you would like to do. Let's start with who would like to go first. It doesn't really matter who goes first. I'm just more than happy to have some kind of a conflict between you and Eric the Half a Bee.
I do say, Sir Eric, you need to cease and desist. You're running around, flying around, stinging people willy-nilly. Is naughty, naughty, naughty. You've been a naughty bee. Now come here and cease this nonsense.
Yes, it sort of buzzes over to you in a very sort of. It moves its lower abdomen in a very sort of slinky way over to you. Of course, it is missing the top of its head. It is half a bee, in fact. It doesn't seem very difficult to know what's going on with its lower section, but its upper section, since it doesn't have a head, very hard to sort of determine what's going on in its mind, as it is the back half of a bee. So as you wave your finger at it, its little stinger comes out from between its legs. It seems like this woman who has warned you about the half a bee has indeed warned you correctly. This bee may in fact be willing to sting all of you.
But that is just naughty, naughty, naughty. We shall not have this.
So what do you wish to do, Nannie, before it stings you?
Well, I must move out of the way and sidestep, and with my ruler I shall swat at him. Swat his little stinger away.
Right.
Before he pricks something.
Very good. What trait, perhaps, do you wish to use that with?
Nimbleness would be appropriate, I'd say.
That's fair enough. Nimbleness it is. Let's. Eric the Half a Bee has a D6 on all of his deeds against. So give me a roll nimbleness, and he will roll the same.
I have also things to help nimbleness.
Go for
I
it.
have 2 +1s for nimbleness.
Right. It
So
also
there'll be a
says
+2 then.
before you actually roll, it actually does say upon first laying eyes on Eric the Half a Bee, a person must make a wisdom in the ways of science roll to discern that it is little more than half an insect. If they can't produce a 5 or better, it's 1 bit of loony, and they're compelled to pick it up immediately. So, you've laid your eyes on Eric the Half a Bee. Do you have wisdom in the ways of science? If you don't, that's totally fine. You can roll a d4.
I do not believe I have wisdom in the ways of science.
And then roll a d4. It looks like you can't roll a 5 or better on a d4.
Rebecca's.
Yes, that's definitely not a 5.
That is terrible luck.
So that will roll 1 into your loony. You've now incurred a single damage to your mental faculties. That is 1 on your loony chart.
Alright, you must find the loony chart.
It's on the bottom. So
And there it is. Sensible. So sensible goes down to daft, correct?
to daft, yes.
Yeah. My goodness. Well,
Yes, you go from sensible to daft. Remember that if your loony status, I should say, goes all the way, 3 more ticks, from daft to balmy, from balmy to crackers, and finally from crackers to coconuts, you lose your mind entirely, and your character is dissolved. Right. So you've gone ahead and gone a bit loony, and you feel compelled to pick up Eric the Half a Bee before you are able to smack him in the tushy.
no. I
Yes.
hope he doesn't try to sting me. That'd be terrible.
Well, you've been bewitched. You've been bewitched. And now, of course, in Ordnance, it is Eric's turn. Eric attempts, I should say, to impale you with its long and naughty stinger. You, as the intended target of said stinger, must make a chastity roll to see if you can stay composed. Do you have chastity?
Okay.
I would say, considering your
I
character,
do indeed.
you do. Oh my God, you have chastity. I'm impressed.
I have chastity.
What is your chastity die?
My chastity die is D10 +1.
My
Nope,
God,
I
well,
have a +2.
you'll need a
2.
7 or better. So roll your chastity plus your accoutrement, and let's see what you do. That is a 5.
This is not fit.
That is not good enough. So you've now attained a bit of loony again. So you've dropped another point of loony down from daft to balmy. And as befits the actual attack, you are now madly in lust with it.
Oh, he will get a terrible spanking for this.
Yes, indeed. Let me put on the romantic music, since you are now terribly in love with Eric the Half Bee.
And now he must get his spanking.
Yes, he does like a spanking, but he also fancies being fawned over and sung to, just as you somehow know that once this stinger entered your heart belonged to Eric the Half of Bee. That's a 14 on your whacking. I don't think a 6 is going to do very well against it. You give him a right spanking on the tushy. He buzzes.
You are so naughty.
He buzzes, indifferently. Nannie, with that single slap to his bottom, you have killed Eric the Half of Bee, but yet you have also forever cemented your love with this dead half an insect in your arms.
Naughty little bee.
My love gone too soon. Happens way too often.
The woman seems to have disappeared, whose leg you have pulled Eric's stinger from. She seems to have disappeared into the context of this story and will not be seen again. I think now is as good a time as any. Take our break, seeing as people are disappearing left, right, and center. And now see, not only has the woman disappeared, but Tammy has disappeared as well. So I think it's only fair to go ahead to break, and when we come back, we shall see where this story in fact is going. Because I bloody don't know where it is. Maybe we'll have a different hole after this. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, stay with us for more historical accuracy and reenactment. Don't go anywhere. Right, we're back. And I've just looked at the rules, because the rules are right important. Julie, Nannie, you may wish to sort of put your chair down. I can see the top of your head has been cut off. There, slightly better. More. There, much better. There we go. There
The camera wants to do what it wants to do.
I know, the camera.
And the cat wants to escape.
Well, one demerit
Camera
is
wants to
seemingly
be a cat.
enough for a beshreumment. Yes, that's right. A beshreumment is now occurring because Father Neymard, you've earned a beshreumment, and beshreuments happen. So let's determine what exactly has happened on this beshreumment for our wonderful whole. Here we are. The whole is here we are. So Wilma Puremans. I would assume that well, I'll give this one to you, Father Neymard. Please roll a D30. I think this deserves some music. No! No! God damn it, Neymard. It's slash roll. This is what happens when you don't play with us enough.
Slash R.
Oh no.
This is, I think, the appropriate beshreumment music. You've done it. You've rolled a 3. A naked man appears, leeringly playing a chord on an organ, and then disappears. Everyone who can see and hear it suffers 2 bits of loony. Oh my. That's not good for Nannie. I think Nannie was already almost out of loony, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait, how many points? 1 or 2?
2!
That makes me into a coconut.
Oh no! Nannie's gone coconuts!
I'm bloody crackers.
Yes, and resets.
Vomit.
Does anyone have bardistry as a trait?
I do.
Well,
So I don't know that it helps me.
Yes, no, you've gone totally crackers and loony. Has anyone else who is still, whose character is still in the game? Has anyone else got bardistry? Not Neymard, not Tammy, not Sir Balfour? No, okay, so Nannie's died. Nannie, you're no longer... Oh, you've gone insane. I shouldn't say you've died, you've just gone insane, so we have to find a different character for you. You may use our character creator to create a new character if you so desire.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
What's even worse That's right. What's
Eric
even
Harvey.
worse? What's,
It took a,
yes, Eric Harvey took you into his loving arms, or half arms, and you disappear across the sunset. What's worse?
Well, let me pull out the book and see what we can do.
What is worse is that since this naked organist has appeared, Mrs. Puremans has indeed seen it as well and has died of shock. And so therefore a
Nannie, no.
new whole persona is needed at this time. And so, seeing as our friend Julie is now fashioning a new character, I would like Julie, whilst you are doing so, to please roll a D18. And hopefully you won't roll a pure man's again.
It's like the fatal joke.
Number 2. Number 2. I must change my voice to be appropriate to number 2, to this new persona. The new head of Light Entertainment Directory would like to welcome you, and that is a man whose face is that of a rather sort of a gawkish man. He's quite muscular, and his name is Jimmy Buzzard. Jimmy Buzzard. Well, I might as well just copy and paste what he looks like. Let's see if I can do that. Yes. Give you a handout as to what he looks like. He's our new hole.
Oh, yes.
So that's Jimmy Buzzard. See if I can get him on the screen for chat. There we are. Jimmy Buzzard. I will give you a description of Jimmy. It's important. Jimmy Buzzard was a famed former midfielder for Jarrow United FC. He's now in charge of things. And as you'd imagine, he goes in for sport. So, on with the trainers, and let's have a cracking match. It seems that the arch-thinking, free-scheming, scarcely ever to be curbed footballer isn't entirely clear. He's not in charge of sports programming. Probably something to do with the difficulty as in understanding polysyllabic words. Still, he is quite popular, which is why his newly opened boutique is doing so well. Also, he calls every participant Brian. Hello, I'm Jimmy Buzzard. I'm opening a boutique. Hello, you all. Brian,
Hello?
and Brian. Seems like this is some kind of sports program. I don't know what's the point of it, but hey, let's all just
Trying to get the cup.
yeah, we're trying to get. Oh, well, yeah, I know all about that. We're gonna get that cup. That's for sure. Yeah,
That's
that
right.
cup. Yeah,
The golden chalice that we are seeking.
Yeah,
In the name of our Lord.
right you are, Brian. Right you are. Yeah, let's get that cup and let's all give it a good, little good. You know what I'm saying? Brian, go ahead. Give me your best. Let's go. No, you, Brian. The other Brian. Brian, give me a. Let's go, Brian. Let's go. No, it's not good enough. It's not good. Yeah, Brian, you show Brian what's up. Give it a. Let's go. That's better. I like your. Yeah. It's good. That's good. Right. Let's take a look here in the script. That seemed a little strange. Anyway. You're not making fun of me, are you?
No!
Good. That's what I thought. Especially after I open my boutique. I want to make sure that you all are going to be good customers. Yeah. I remember my time on Perth Green. The times we had kicking a ball around. Loving it. Too bad I have to now
I get my money in my boutiques. Right. Next, we got... Right, it looks like you fool Brian, and, well, I don't know who she is, but I guess she'll be Brian as well. You're all on the way to find the cup, right? Yeah, let's go. Let's see, what comes next? Okay, looks like the four of you come across to some kind of, like a bridge or something, and there's a big old castle. Looks like a big rocky castle. And that castle got a lot of flags on it. A lot of banners waving in the wind. And you hear a lot of booms and explosions and stuff like that inside. So tell me, what do you want to do, eh?
Well, let's go knock on the door.
You're right. Knock on the door. Yeah, knock on the door. Yeah. Knock. And man opens the door. He's dressed in big black and dark robes. He got a funny hat on. He got like a hat. It's got like horns, like sticking and twisting out of it and stuff like that. Got a long beard. He's got a big staff. And he says, oh, sorry, I gotta do a voice, right? I gotta do a voice. Hello, yes, who be ye? That's a good one. Aye, good.
I mean, I've just got to say that headpiece reminds me a lot of my brother.
I don't know. Let me check the script. Hold on 1 second. I don't say nothing about brothers. He says, "Oi, I'm a wizard. I'm an enchanter. Yeah. Who are you?
I too am an enchanter.
Yeah.
Notes.
Yeah. He's got big. He's got bones and black, and he's really gnarly looking. Yeah.
And even maybe talk about the game. Maybe tomorrow.
Talking about the game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he could do that. Yeah, he could definitely do that. Yeah, he gives you a thumbs up. He says, good on you. We'll make sure he's on BBC Two all the time, right? If he's not, then what are you going to do, right? Sometimes you got to just take care of it. But yeah, he sort of growls at you. He says, I'm a wizard. What are you doing? That kind of stuff.
We're here to search for the Grail. You wouldn't happen to know the whereabouts of that, would you?
Sorry, let me check the script. Yeah. He says, no, I am a guardian of the Grail. This is a test. This is a test of your body. Oh shit! 1 second here. Yeah. That's what it says. Yeah.
Test of the body. Well, I can say that I'm probably not the best option for that option. So Balfour.
And
Water.
Yeah.
What is the test?
Yeah. You got to defeat me. He makes big old muscles like that.
Yep. Definitely searches water.
Let's do this.
Yeah. So, according to the script, the script, you got to use only one of you got to choose it, and you're gonna go against. His name is what's his name? Oh yeah, his name is Tim the Enchanter. Boop. That's what it looks like. And it's Tim. There he is. He's Tim the Enchanter. That's his name. Yeah. He looks like that.
Well, bring it, Tim.
Yeah. So, let me think here. Tim is gonna ask you if you're going to do your wordiness of your body, to choose either one of your traits. Let me check the script. It says bardistry, heartiness, nimbleness, valor, luck, or subtlety. 1 attempt per day. Eh? Now,
What?
yeah.
What were they again?
Yeah, and I'll say it again. Let me check the script. Hold on a second. It says bardistry, heartiness, nimbleness. I don't know what the fuck these words mean. Valor, luck, or subtlety. Yeah, those are the words on the page. Yeah.
We will do valor. And he draws his sword.
Valor. With 3 R's. Yep, valor. Excellent. All right. So Tim will choose. Well, it looks like he's got a D20 on his dice, which is sorcery. Yeah, sorcery. So he's got to go ahead and use his D20. You got to beat him, and you got to do 3 deeds to beat him. Right. So one person got to do valor tests or valor Ds, 3 of them. And I want you to explain what it is that you do when you attack Tim the Enchanter, eh?
Well, first, he grabs the sword in both hands like he's ready.
Sorry,
then he's short.
Sorry, Sir Balfour, I'm getting something in my ear. Hold on 1 second. They're saying I need to use music. I don't know what the fuck that means, use music. Okay, I've got to push a button over here. I got to use this music. This is like a heroic... Which music button do you want me to push? Would be the third one. All right, I'll put the okay, a third one. 1, 2, 4, 5. No, 3. There we are. This one. All right, this is a good fight for you, right? Yeah. All right.
Excellent.
Back to you. Yeah, go ahead.
He grabs his sword in both hands, stands in a fighting stance, looks like he's about ready to swing, but then he shoulders it, tenses up his muscles, and says, "Nannie."
Right, all right, so roll your valor. You got any accoutrement, right?
There was an error.
An error? I got errors all the time. What does that mean? All right, that's a
Plus
5.
1 is
Emotional damage.
That's a 6. Is that correct?
6.
6 is your total. All right, that's not good. Let's see here. Looks like Tim is going to roll a d20. That's an 11. Looks like he has unfortunately defeated you. And your body test is complete. Would anyone else of the others of you like to jump in?
Can I use a different skill?
You can use any of the skills that I mentioned, which is bardistry, heartiness, nimbleness, valor, luck, or subtlety.
I have luck.
Right, so tell me what you want to do.
Alright, Father Neymard will walk forward with his like giant gold medallion and say, in the name of the Lord, you must not pass. Lay down your weapon, oh Tim.
Right, that's gonna be lucky. All right, so go ahead and roll. While you're doing that, I want to find out if Brian has made a character yet. Brian, have you made a character?
Indeed. Her name is Cordelia.
Delia. Right, okay, so that's spelled B-R-I-A-N. Right, Delia. Nice. Okay.
Sure. Whatever.
Okay, I'm going to change it here to be... Yeah. Delia. All right, I've done it. And boom,
Let me push the button. You said to push that button, and that does it on the thing with the Twitch. Okay, cool. We've done it. All right, Delia is in. Oh, okay. So, Neymard.
And now for something completely different.
Right, Brian Neymard. That's your face. Your name is Brian. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. So, did you roll?
Yeah.
You're on a 10.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if Tim the Enchanter is going to jump in here and defend himself against your luck. Damn. I just sneezed all over myself. Oh, that's the worst feeling ever. It's caught all over me. Cool. Gross. Okay. Let's go. What was that? That's a 2. All right, that's one success. That's one successful deed. On the plus side. So that's... I'd say Tim the Enchanter will accept one more person today if you wish to challenge him.
May I have a go?
Yes, Brian, you may. Go ahead, Brian.
Let's try this out, hey? Alright.
What is Brian... I mean,
Maybe you
Delia...
should introduce this Brian.
I was going to say, Brian, introduce yourself. What does Brian look like? And how the hell did Brian get there?
She comes on up to the group.
She's knocking on doors with both
Hello
hands.
there.
What was this shit?
She rides on up. She rides on up to the group and says, "Well, hello there. You seem to be in a pickle, I see. May I be of an assist?" Says this rather sophisticated-looking brunette with long, wavy hair, and I must say it's a good thing we've had a change in host, because I do not think that the previous one would approve of her belly dancing outfit.
I mean...
And she swings off the horse and just saunters up with a grace and a swing of the hip.
Yeah, I mean, does she play football? Does she play sport?
She just, no, sir.
Oh man, that's hard to hear. It's hard to hear. Right. All right. Good to know. For next time. All right, Brian, go ahead. What?
That'd be a 13, darling.
Oh, 13.
She is a troubadour. And
I don't know what that.
art
What does that mean? What's a troubadour?
is
What's a big word? What's a troubadour? Troubadour?
an artist, darling. She's a dancer.
Dancer, right? Okay, I get that. Yeah, there we are.
Dancer.
Right. Okay, we got that. Right. All right. 13. Let's see if he rolls better than 13. Let's see. You're on 3. Oh, that's 2 successes. I think that's enough for today. Tim the Enchanter. He wanders inside his castle after that fight, and he says, "Oh, too much. Come back tomorrow for the last one." And then he shuts the door behind him. Boom. Yeah.
Bruh.
Indeed. Yeah, bruh, indeed. Yeah. So that night, I guess the 4 of you discuss what are you going to do on the 3rd day. Eh? What do you think?
But I do say, what kind of mess are you all? Have you gotten yourselves into? I just
We are
happened
on a
along.
holy quest for the Grail. Sent by
The Grail?
God.
Oh, fantastic. Is he a nice man?
God?
Yes. Omnipotent and
he's
such?
not bad.
I would
Yes,
assume.
he seems all right.
Does he take care of you
Certainly
when times are rough and times are tough? Does
Always.
he hold your hand? Hopefully not too tightly.
Yes.
Oh, very good. Now, this grail, what is this thing? What are we doing? And what is this guy, this Tim person? Who is this? Why are we here?
Him is the half brother of Tammy over here.
Yes, they're related.
And we have to whoop his ass in order to get more directions for the Grail.
Correct.
Well, I thought
And
we
we
did a
have
pretty
to
good
hit-
job already.
We've hit 2 cheeks. We need to hit him down the middle.
Oh. Well, come out and split on. Ooh. Left, right, center.
Exactly.
Right, I think that's enough banter. I think we should just move on, eh? Okay.
Get on with it.
Yeah, we're gonna get on with it because, like I said, sport and all that, right? All right, we checked the script. All right, yeah. So next day,
Is an ex-parrot.
I don't know who that is, but he needs to stop interrupting. All right, here we go. Next day dawns and all that, and then Tim the Enchanter, he comes out his door and he says, "All right, I am still here. I have not died. I am here for the first challenge." And he says, "Prove the worthiness of thy body. One more must challenge me." Like that, yeah.
Well, brother,
Well, I
think
could
it's just gonna be you
do
and me.
another.
Yeah, I didn't hear what he said because he said something. Brian talked while Brian was talking. So, Brian, stop talking, Brian.
Well, brother, I think it's just gonna be you and me. Let's see if we can put this old rivalry down.
Yeah, he puts his hand in front of his mouth like, "Oh, brother versus sister. Oh, the tumult. Oh, the drama. It's like we're on the pitch."
And his name is John C.
There's so much going on right now. I don't know what's that even about. I don't know what's that about. What's that about? I don't even understand. Let me check the script. Right? Don't see that. The thing was on the script. Fuck it. Right. Tammy, you face off against Tim. What are you gonna do? You've got some options here, right? You got bardisy, artiness, nimbleness, valor, luck, or subtlety. I don't know what any of those words mean.
Well, here's the thing. Tammy is not trained in any of those.
Right. So, what are you gonna do then, eh?
You did say subtlety was one, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Subtlety.
Because in Tammy's cloak, she's actually been hiding her little companion,
Right.
Scrimbles.
Right.
And Scrimbles is going to make an attempt.
All right. What are you gonna use?
Scrimbles is sneaking up behind Tim to try and pickpocket him.
Right. What's the trait that you're gonna use, eh?
Subtlety.
Subtlety. Yeah. All right. And what's your die roll on the subtlety, eh? What you got?
Well, this is going to be a roll with my companion.
Yeah.
Not myself.
Yeah. So what die has he got?
Companions don't have dice, so that's why I just wanted to check.
Yeah, that's just a 4, right? Because
Four? Yeah, just
it's a D4. Yeah.
D4, but he's got a +2 to D4. So,
All right.
So I mean, this is probably gonna fail, but
You
We'll
never
see.
know. It depends how he defends, right?
Hmm.
Subtlety. Well, he doesn't have subtlety, so he's going to use. Da. That's a free. That's a free, right?
That's a spam.
Oh dear, that is a spam. That's a natural 1. Spam.
natural one.
Yeah. So when
But that's a natural 1 on a D4, so I don't know.
No, that happens. Sorry. A spam is a spam is a spam. So if it's a natural 1 or a natural whatever on the die, that means that that's a spam. Now, for the rules, which I'm going to look up because I forgot them, it looks like for spams, I think you drop your Well, you can't do very much with spams on a D4, right? It's just
That's just
can't go lower than a D4, right?
No, you can't.
So
Nope.
let's just check here.
Well, if you're gonna spam, might as well spam now.
Yeah, here we are. So you cocked it up, you spammed it. You take a demerit. Well, that's part of it. Yeah. So you've gotten 1 demerit, Tammy. You decrease the trait 1 degree towards the silly end of the spectrum, but you can't do that because you got a D4. So there you go. That's it.
What's the threshold of the whole?
Oh, I'll let you know. Don't worry, I know, and that's for you to not know, and for me to know. Aye. Don't worry. When you get there, you'll get the beshroomment that you deserve. Right. I love it. It's like back in Perth Haven. It's just like the perfect pitch, just the perfect green. Kick the ball around. Back in the day, remember it like it was yesterday. Now look at me. I'm the owner of a boutique. Right, here we are. That's a failure. I can't say more than that. Let me see if I can roll higher, lower than a tree on a D20. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a 20. That's a stroof. I stroofed it. Hell yeah. Tim the Enchanter stroofed it.
It makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Tammy fails, but Tim succeeds.
Tim succeeds like
Makes sense.
like a champ, like a champ. And now Tim is gonna do his particular attack against your is it your squire? What is it?
A homunculus.
Homunculus, right? I don't know what that word means, but let's just move on with it. Tim has got a table of how he attacks. So it's a 1 to 10 is something, 11 to 15 something, a 16 to 18 something, and a 19 to 20 something. So let me just have him roll another 20, and let's see what he does. That's an 18. That's a fireball. That's sorcery versus strategy. Does your guy have strategy? Does your homunculus have strategy?
No, homunculus doesn't.
Yeah, so that'd be a sorcery
Companions
roll.
don't have.
Sorcery. Tim, he points his big old stick at your homunky. And he launches a flaming missile at that homunky, and if that target can't duck, it's 2 bits of death. I think for him it'll be 1 bit of death, and he'll be straight dead. And anything flammable on the person, boom, it goes up in flames. Right. So I'm gonna roll sorcery, and you can roll strategy for him. Eh?
Okay.
You do that. Yeah. Never know what's going to happen. That's a 3. And he's going to roll his 20. And that's a nat. Oh, my. Yeah.
This makes sense.
Big old ba-boom and I'm making sound effects with my mouth. It's amazing. And the little dude just blows up. There's nothing left of him. There's just a big old black char on the ground.
Not even that. Homunculus is just...
Indeed.
Just...
Nothing left.
They're like a familiar. Just...
Yeah. Nothing familiar about that, my friend. There's nothing familiar about a black char on the ground.
Yeah.
Right.
You're going to have to get me yourself another one.
I think you do. All right. One thing left from this guy. Does anyone else want to challenge Tim the Enchanter? Eh?
I have had enough of this. And he draws his sword again.
Oh my. Okay. Well, he's indifferent to valor, so this is not going to go well for him because when you're indifferent,
I thought it was once per day.
It is once per day, but he's making an exception because the challenge was made by a homunky, which is not really a person. So I'm all right with having an actual person challenge him.
Poor Tammy just got a demerit.
My oh my. Look at that. A demerit for Tammy. Tammy's got now 2 demerits. I wonder what that'll do. Nothing right now. No beshroomment yet.
Yet.
Yeah. Yet. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more. Right? So, Sir Balfour, is going to go ahead and swing his sword, sportsman-like style. Yeah?
Very sportsmanlike.
Yeah. Describe it to me, Sir Balfour. Make me feel like I'm on the pitch again back in Perth Green.
He raises the sword above his head, charges at his enemy, screaming, and tries to chop him down the middle.
Right. Roll your valor. And
18 plus 1 for 19.
oh, that's not going to be good, considering he's indifferent. So all he can do is roll
that's crit.
a measly d4. Oh, Christ! That's a stroof. You've rolled an 18 on a d18, so you can roll it again.
Oh, 18 again?
Yes, roll your... Yeah, you roll it and you add...
Or do I go,
Or
do I go up a dice and then roll it?
You roll up... That's right. So you... Well, I don't know. Yeah, you go up to a d20 in valor now.
Right.
And then roll it again.
And...
Right, so every time you
So
stroof...
19 plus this. If it's lagging.
6. Okay.
All right. Let me just check something.
25.
25. I think... Yeah. If you... I think if you go over a certain thing with stroofing, bad things occur.
I think I would have to roll a 20.
Well, you were supposed to roll a
for
20.
the stroof. No, I rolled a 20, but if I rolled a 20 on the 20 at this point, then I would get a 2 stroothiness.
That is correct. Yeah, you would have gotten 2 stroofies. The question is, the total number on when you keep stroofing something, like what happens? I think...
I think you just add it.
Yeah, no, you do. The question is, I'm pretty sure...
but I think you're talking about if you're being too serious.
Yeah, that's the one.
No.
Yeah, you're being too serious.
If I had rolled a 20 on the 20, then it would have gotten too serious. I believe.
Oh, well, let me check the rule book. Too serious.
Because you've just gotten too good for your own britches. In that case, Tim's done it twice. Ha
Being too serious. I can't remember where it is. But that's all right. Because I'm just going to make it up. I'm going to say, forget about it. That unless you roll like over a 30 on something, then that's a bad thing. And that would probably be against the rules.
Well, I believe it would have had to have been a nat 20 on the 20.
Well, that would...
Prior to adding anything.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, it doesn't matter. That's a good one. And Tim the Enchanter gets dealt a serious and quite mortal blow by your sword. Yeah, and
he deserved it.
He's out of the game. Tammy, you watch your brother get sliced down the middle. And he falls in 2 complete halves, cha-chumph, like that. And I'd say that's a win-win, eh? Win-win.
That is an ex-enchanter.
Yeah, for sure. And that completes the first of the 3 quests. Challenges, eh? Right, so Brian, and Brian. Looks like you guys are on your way to the second of the 3 quests. Challenges. You know what I mean. Excellent. The second challenge happens here in this castle. So although you have gone ahead and dealt a serious blow to the owner of this particular castle, you do see a spiral staircase going up into it. Big old spiral staircase. What do you mean, music? I need music for this part? Right. One moment. This one. Yeah. So you find yourself moving into the castle, where supposedly the Grail is to be kept. Let me see if
Climb the spiral staircase.
Here we are. Okay. You get to the top of the staircase, and you come into a room. The room doesn't seem to have very much in it, except a big old chest of drawers.
So I just posted into our Roll20 chat what you were
Taking
thinking
a
about,
deed
Matt.
or test too seriously. Here we go. If the final result of any roll, totals 20 or higher. That's the number I was looking for. 20 or higher. Then you've taken things a bit too seriously, which you receive 1 demerit for. So I believe you've taken things too seriously. Sir Balfour. Am I wrong?
Well, combat is serious business.
That's totally fine. That's 1 demerit. So that's a total
It's a
of...
hell of a ball game.
Listen, I appreciate the sports reference. You now have a total of 3 demerits. 3. You're in this fucking room, eh? And it's stone from top to bottom. The only thing in it, as far as you can see, is, like I said, this chest of drawers. Chest of drawers.
Let's open the chest of drawers.
All right, so...
Yes.
Brother Neymard, sounds like you're volunteering. You got close to the chest of drawers. Chest of drawers opens up. As it does so, you see that the drawer itself, as you open it up, has got all these horrid teeth on it. It launches itself at you, and let's go ahead and showcase to you what it is that you see. This is
Dear God.
this is a creature known as a man-eating mundanity. I don't even know what that means, but let me show you what it means. I'll show you the handout. All right, here's the handout for it. Man-eating mundanity. Looks like that, eh?
Well, that's rather not pretty, isn't it?
Ew.
It's just like Tim to have something like this in his castle.
Aye, that
Bit
it
of
is.
a rancid-looking little thing.
Right, let's go with a fight music. Okay. So, this chest of drawers opens his mouth, if you so consider it, and it will roll a d8. Well, it's only got one thing. It's Valor versus Valor. Do you have Valor, Brother Neymard?
No.
Right, so that's a d4. Go ahead and roll your d4 versus its Valor, which is a d8. It rolled a 5. Oh, dear. Well, that is a natural 1. And that is also our 4th demerit. So a couple of things going to happen. One, this thing chomps onto your arm, Brother Maynard. Neymard. Sorry, I got it wrong. That's 1 bit of death. So your death goes 1 to the right.
Okay.
You mean Brian?
Brian. Right. Brian. That's what I said. However, we've hit our 4 demerit threshold for our whole, meaning me. I can't take any more. And, Brother Neymard, please roll a d30.
Isn't that what we got before?
I believe it has.
A 3. Right. Here's what happens with this.
Yeah, it was. He said he wasn't that last at 3.
Okay.
He said he got 3.
I'm going to remove my my accent for this particular hole because
the general comes in and explains exactly what happens. As a man-eating mundanity, pincers down onto your arm, Brother Neymard. You see, strolling into the room, an escort of French chevaliers, which throws a massive net over all four of you. And as they look at you, one of them steps forward and says, "Hello, you stupid English canids! You must hand over to us a farm animal, or be thrown into a game of fetch la vache. Do you have a farm animal?"
I have a monkey.
You have a monkey. He turns to his left and he says, a monkey, animal de famille? Je ne sais pas. Farm animal de monkey? Well, a monkey. Where do you have this monkey?
I will hold up the monkey by the scruff of the neck.
And just to be sure and factual, since this is a historical accuracy, where did Sir Balfour get this monkey?
From the handbook. It's one of my accoutrements.
Oh, it's one of your accoutrements. I do apologize. I didn't realize
It's
that
an
you...
animal companion.
Oh, well said. Moving on. The Frenchman looks at your monkey and says, "Well, then I guess the monkey will have to do, since you have no farm animals. I will take your monkey and I will make it my own. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day." And they pull the net off of you. Taking your monkey away, you may remove it from your accoutrement. We will continue on with the man-eating mundanity, returning the previous hole to his proper place. Right, we're back. Try not to do that again, eh? I would prefer that we keep it all on the level. No more of those demerits, yeah? Who's up? Looks like it's Brother Maynard. What do you want to do here?
Well, I will try and use my skill of luck. I will take a small pinch of salt from my pouch of fine salt and throw it in the eyes of the beast.
That works for me. So what are you going to use? You're going to use luck, eh?
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and roll your luck.
Wow.
Did it not roll? What happened there?
Oh, it rolled.
Oh, that's a 3. You rolled a 3. Got it.
Again.
Yeah. No, it's not a spam. Spam is a 1. Rolled a 2. Right, here we go. The creature may, in fact, attempt to resist. He's got a D8 on his roll, though. Rolls a 7. So yeah, the throwing of your salt in its eyes does absolutely nothing. It's just sort of like one of the chest of drawers. His chest comes up and it blocks all the myriad eyes.
Ah.
Who wants to go next?
Ah.
Brian, you want to go next?
May I?
Brian, absolutely, Brian.
Well, Brian will go over to the mundane object and just say, "Look, these things just need a lot of water. I mean, a lot of water." And she starts to cast a spell to just fill the mundane item full of water.
You're gonna fill the chest of drawers full of water, right? All right.
Yes.
What's your what's that? Sorcery.
Sorcery.
Sorcery. All right. Okay. He's not indifferent to sorcery, so that'll just be a regular roll. Go ahead and roll your sorcery.
Okay, actually, I just gotta check my bonuses. Let's see if I can spam this one. Oh, no. I've got the slash.
My God, man, just slash roll. Oh, you spammed it, right? All right, so that means that your sorcery goes down from a D18, and you get another. Right, so we're starting it out fresh since the shroomment. So we got 1 demerit.
And actually, that's fortunate for me because if you spam a sorcery roll, you automatically get a befrument. But as an enchanter, it only becomes a demerit.
So it becomes a demerit and not a beshroomment.
Yes.
Noted.
Because I'm an enchanter.
Noted. Thank you. Thank you. Didn't understand anything what you just said, but I noted it. All right. Let's go. So that sorcery's not going to work. Who wants to go next?
Sir Balfour sticks his head out the window, opens his book of... Where'd it go? Trojan woodland animals. And...
He said Trojan.
Right? And he screams... Where is it? I lost my spot. Fire the trebuchet!
Yeah. Who are you screaming at it?
All of my squires. I have 3 squires.
You got 3 First is Neymard with his Quillian guy, and now Balfour with his 3 squires, which you didn't name in the first fucking hour and a half of this bloody thing.
No, they're just squires. They don't need names.
And they have a trebuchet that they're just hauling around behind you.
Yeah, yes, they've been pushing this around the whole time.
And we didn't even know the trebuchet, this massive wooden object with these bloody things.
I mentioned the trebuchet.
You mentioned the trebuchet. I missed it. Are you calling me? Are you calling me stupid?
No, she missed it. She missed it.
Oh, she missed it.
Yeah, she missed it.
The previous hole, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Oh, that's fine. That's on her. Okay, so you got this trebuchet, right?
Yes.
You'll fight a trebuchet. All right. What's the trait you're gonna use, eh?
I'm going to use. Where'd it go? Strategy.
Strategy. I like strategy. It's amazing.
D12 plus 2.
Good.
For 6.
Well, okay. That's gonna be a D8 on him. Or it, or whatever the hell. Let's go. D8. That's an 8.
Crap.
Oh dear. Yeah, your strategy fails miserably. Your 3 doodly-doo squires launch a ball, and it just plasters against the wall. Nothing happens.
You guys suck.
Yes, they do. Suck, indeed. Who wants to go next? Brian, or Brian?
I'll give it a go.
Good job, Brian.
Just a little... what shall we do here? See if I can't do something with... I don't know what I'm going to do, but we'll try it. Well, let's try to distract it into boredom or something, and maybe it'll fall back asleep. So we're going to recant a little sonnet and dance slowly around, soothing and lulling it hopefully back into a restful state.
I'm feeling something right now. But yeah, okay, I like it. Just dancing back and forth. I like it. Yeah. All right, what Brian is intending to do is kind of like sexy dancing to sleep. I like it. Yeah, I'm liking
Put it into a trance.
Cool. What trait is that, Brian?
So we're going to use bardistry.
Bardistry, right. Bardistry.
Yes.
Don't know what bardistry means.
So,
Okay, works for me.
right.
Yeah, that's a still D8 for the man-eating mundanity. Oh my! I am on a fucking roll here. Ha! I could get 8. Oh, but you still beat me with a 15. Fuck. Never mind. Cool.
Well,
Well,
you did try.
I did try, but like an 8 as far as you know is as good as he's gonna get, right? So that's basically the way that the mundanity is gonna roll out. It's just sort of like its drawers like pop out like a massive tongue, like it's like lolling tongue, and then it just sort of all of its eyes roll up, and then it just falls on the side. Kaboom! It's down. It's dead. You've done it. Good job. Yeah.
Wonderful.
And there was much rejoicing.
There was much rejoicing.
Yay!
Do I even have that on my something? I don't think I do. No, I don't have it. Well, actually, maybe I do. I have to look. There was much rejoicing. I thought I had it. No, but I definitely had this that I never used.
There are some who call me Tim.
Shame, shame to have not done
Missed
it.
opportunity.
Totally a missed opportunity. But yeah,
For shame.
it's all right. Let's move on, eh? So now you've defeated 2 of the Grail challenges. A wall opens up, allowing you further entrance into the Grail castle. And let's see, what's the last one? So you've already beaten the prove the worthiness of thy body.
Body and mind, I think.
And now you've just done prove the worthiness of thy mind by putting him to sleep.
No soul.
Fair enough. And now it's the third one, which is prove the worthiness of thy soul. Now, I forgot to mention in the last challenge that you should have used certain traits, but that's okay because everyone forgets all the time. Like me. But this challenge, you must use only the following traits. And if you don't have it, too fucking bad. Here we go. Animal husbandry, authority, chastity, decorum, druidry, or purpose. Again, I have no idea what any of these words mean.
I have decorum and purpose.
I have none.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we know who's going to be doing most of the work here, right? Looks like it's going to be a Brother Maynard special. I mean, Brian special. Here we are. Okay. All right, so this wall opens up and you see a stairwell that goes up.
Let's go up.
Good choice. Yep. Good choice, Brian. Up you go. Let me just go ahead and close it. This. Right, the stairs go up to the top of the tippity toppity top of the tower. And then as you get to the top of the tower, you hear some sort of beautiful music, like where is it? Some music, some like sort of very, very calm, very, very beautiful music. As you get to the top of the tower, there's all these blooming fairies. Blooming fairies. And I say that like in the actual literal sense of the word, right? Not in the other sense of the word, which is rather rude. You don't say that. But fairies, I mean like winged creatures flying and floating all over the place. They're flying, they're floating, and they stare at you as you come out onto the top of the tower, like the promontory is. Oh my god, I used a big word. That's weird. And a fairy floats over the 4 of you, and she says, "Hello, I'm a fairy, and I guard this tower."
I put on my decorum hat.
Right. Wonderful. What is that? What kind of decorum? What is that?
It's a hennin. It has 17 jewels in it.
Oh,
Like a little like.
the fairy looks at it and is entranced by it. So, you need, and you know in your mind that you need to somehow defeat these fairies that guard the tower, but you can't do it doing any kind of misdeed or something that would be against the natural purity of these fairies. You can't do it by beating them to a pulp, so bloodshed straight out. You can't fornicate with the bloody fairies because that's straight weird. Or any other sin. Like sinning with these fairies is just unnatural and it's not good for sport. So we're not going to do that, right? Think of a different way to defeat the fairies using, again, those traits: animal husbandry, authority, chastity, decorum, druidry, or purpose.
So, Father Neymard will put on his ceremonial robes, replace his normal hat with his fancy hat, grab his pouch of salt and his autobiography of Saint Stephen, and he'll say to all of the fairies in the area an announcement.
May I have your attention?
Fairies float down in your direction. Oh, hello. What? I love your hat. Your hat is beautiful. Well, where did you get it?
It is of a religious order that these gemstones shall bring us glory in his name.
Ooh, it's very
I
pretty.
need you all to... Thank you. We need you to guide us and allow us to continue on in our search for the Grail in his name. May I read from this, most holy of book?
You may do anything you want since you're wearing the prettiest of all hats.
So I'm going to try and use decorum, Matt, to allow the scripture to persuade them to do the right thing by us and allow us to continue.
By all means, use your scripture.
Ha! Hish! La! Pod the Ruski, weren't they all of them? And then each of his different way of saying, calling on the one. In the same time, hibernation. Nights. Under Thanner, that was having half of the laugh of bliss and St. Barbara, another docent and tale of a Tubin, wished on him with its olives ocomblums and its hills own raveling, and Tooty his tour in his nowhere's yarch.
I am baffled myself. I would say that the fairies most likely have the same expression on their face as I. They're just sort
in
of
his name.
they're agog, they're aghast, they're just sort of freaking out, flying all over the place. I would say, go ahead and roll. That's decorum, right?
Yep.
Well done. Go ahead, roll decorum.
Wow.
That's a fucking
My
10.
rolls are just
Your rolls are
horrible.
shite tonight. That's a 10.
Yeah.
Let's see what's that about.
Wow.
All
that.
It does say that at my discretion, party members like Brian, and Brian can grant a +1 to the roll by offering a useful, either heartful encouragement, criticism, or witticism that may in fact affect the roll. Does anyone wish to add a +1 by adding anything to this?
Well, yes, of course. Definitely give a word of encouragement.
Go
Thank
ahead,
you,
Brian. Yes, please.
Hold strong to your faith, sir, and you shall prevail.
Strong. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, Brian, but I'll accept it. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Tammy, Brian, or Sir Balfour Brian?
Yes! God wills it!
That was a word. Well, 3 words, actually, but I'll accept that. Yeah, I'll give it kind of a little bit of a eh. It's like a 5 out of 10. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. But it's still +1. And Tammy, you're next.
Say something about rugby.
It's soccer. It's football. Rugby and soccer and football are not the same. They're all different sport, right?
Well, I mean, you could take it to the end goal and score, but I think that may be disadvantageous to our current situation. So I'll just say, go you.
Well, that was not said with a lot of oomph there, Tammy, Brian. I'd like you to try again with a little bit more feeling. Like a really
Little more conviction, darling.
a little bit more managed meaning to it, Tammy, Brian.
I would put more effort into it, but this isn't really my scene.
Oh, I see. Tammy Bryan doesn't feel it. He's not one for the team. He's not a team player. Brian, Tammy Bryan, that's another demerit. I'm sorry. That's 2 so far. I'm sorry.
How many demerits can I have, by the way?
It's not you, it's the fucking whole party, right? Once the party gets a certain amount of demerits, beshrooms happen, as we've seen in the past. So let's see if we can try to act like a team player, eh? Otherwise, I got his pen, and the pen, that's marking off demerits left, right, and centre. Just remember that.
Manchester United.
Man, you. It's all right. I'll accept that one. I'll accept that one. That's Could you say it a little bit more like? Do you know that the Manchester cheer? Sir Balfour Brian. If you know,
No.
if you knew it and could sing it, I'll give you a merit.
Sorry.
Manchester,
No.
Manchester, Liverpool, Liverpool, Manchester, Manchester, Liverpool, Liverpool. Go and be strong and defeat his beast.
Let me tell you something, Brian. That was the best rendition of a song I've never heard. So go ahead and give yourself that's a merit. That's a plus demerit merit. I like that. So that gets rid of a demerit, right? So now you got one demerit. Well done, Brian. Appreciated.
Thank you so kindly.
Does anyone else want to do anything against this group of fairies? Since Father Neymard, Brian couldn't do it.
I didn't make it with a 13
No, you did not.
or 12 or whatever it was.
That is not enough. Sorry to say.
All I can
my
do
rolls
is
have
give
been bad.
somebody else a hand.
Yes, Brian.
All I can do is give somebody else some extra luck.
Extra luck.
All I can do is give somebody else an extra luck, extra hand in theirs, because I do not believe I can roll high enough to make a difference.
You don't have animal husbandry, authority, chastity, decorum, druidry, or purpose?
None of those.
Sucks to be you, Brian. Anyone else?
I will use my chastity.
Tell me what you're going to do instead of telling me the trait, Sir Balfour Brian.
I am going to tell them how chaste I am.
Please.
I am exceptional.
Tell us
I am
all.
I am more chaste than a virgin at a soccer match.
That's pretty.
And I'm going to flash them my elaborate codpiece, which gives me a +1 on a chastity test.
Amazing. They're entranced by your cod piece. Go ahead and give us a roll, eh?
3. The number of the counting.
My God. That's just difficult to watch. All right. Well, 3 is definitely not going to be enough. Father Neymar couldn't make it.
Well, on You know, it's obvious that he doesn't know how to use that codpiece, so that really just is fuel for the fire and proves the point of how chaste he is. He
Oh, very
obviously does not
chaste.
know what to do with it.
They're so entranced by his chastity that they think that he's worth very little, to be honest.
Could I try something that's not one of the required traits?
No, you cannot, and that is attempting to try to bypass the rules, Tammy Bryan, and that is one demerit. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Didn't appreciate that, Brian. Nope, that's not going to happen. So I think with that, the fairies say,
I
"Come."
have purpose, Matt, if I could try again. Instead of doing...
Tell me what you're going to do,
decorum.
Father Neymard. Give me a reason why I should allow you to do that again, Father Neymard. Technically, supposedly, you're not supposed to get one chance per day.
Yeah, never mind.
Fair enough.
No, you're right.
One chance. Don't try to bypass the rules. Beshreuments,
you're right.
beshreuments are unnecessary. So your day is over. The very last challenge awaits you on the next day. Let me see if I can find out as your day passes. I'm gonna roll a die. Oh dear. So, I rolled a 1. I spammed it, which is interesting. I think that as the beatific songs of these fairies dancing about up at the top of the tower get silent, you begin to hear the sound of boots in armor. So you hear this sound coming from afar, not from your direction. You hear it coming from up the road. This sound, the sound of coconuts, appropriately accompanied by this sound. A sound which you are very, very familiar with, but one that you hear coming across the road to this castle. And you look out and you see a bunch of dudes in plate armor and helmets and clacking fucking coconuts. Clickety clackety cluck. And you recognize them as King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table.
The door to the tower.
They have arrived behind you. They stumble in.
Hello.
We've already called dibs. We're fine.
Yeah, these 5 chaps, they
Tower, get out of here.
they blunder
King of
in.
the Britons.
They blunder in. The tall one in the hat. He walks in and he says, "Good evening. I am Arthur, King of the Britons. Who are
We know
you?
who you are.
You will bow to me as I am your king."
I didn't know if
I shall
Sir
bow only to
Balfour
God.
of the knights who say me.
Yes, I believe I've met some of your tribe, quest giving peoples. Yes, no. They asked me for a shrubbery.
Maybe. Yes.
Your friends.
Did you provide the shrubbery?
Yes, it was quite a lot of traversing back and forth, shrubberies here, there, and everywhere.
Did you provide a second shrubbery?
Yes, indeed, we went back and got a second bloody shrubbery.
What was the name of the shrubberer?
His name was Roger.
Thank you.
In fact, I do have him with us. Roger, would you mind?
I am a shrubber. My name is Roger the Shrubber. I arrange, design, and sell shrubberies.
Well, we do like shrubbery.
Yes, indeed you do like
Yes.
shrubberies.
What? Did you cut down the largest tree in the forest with a herring?
Yes, indeed, we attempted to try to bypass that because that's just silly. And I'm not in the mood for silly things.
Then none shall pass.
Well, that's quite unnerving. Didn't think to have a
get on fighting right now. I believe
You don't have to fight. You could just go away.
Oh, no, I intend to fight you, sir. And shing, he pulls out his sword, and now it's time to fight Arthur, son of Uther Pendragon of the Castle of Camelot, King of the Britons, defeater of the Saxons, sovereign of all England. And let me see.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not a Saxon.
There we are. Let's see if I can bring it up without killing my bloody computer. Ah, come on, computer. There we are. Yeah. Hopefully you all can see Arthur, King of the Britons. And let's go into our final fight of tonight's historical reenactment. So, Sir Balfour Brian. Looks like Sir Arthur here, or King Arthur, whatever his name is. Looks like he wants to have a little bit of a one-on-one combat with you, eh?
Aye.
Looks like you're going to need to defeat him 5 times here.
I will draw my long sword and swing at him.
Excellent.
+1 is 8.
8. Right, he's going to use Valor versus Valor. And he's going to roll a D... He's got a D20. Good God. Oh, he rolls an 8 versus 8. So he swings his sword, you swing your sword, and kang! The two of you, it's a match. You've locked in combat with Arthur. He smiles at you and sort of gives you a neat bow and says, that's interesting. I didn't expose my left flank to you, but somehow you seem to have gotten around me. Have at you! And he will attempt to attack. Now, the question is how he will attack. He's going to roll a d20, and he's going to, let's see what he does. Rolled a 4, which is he's going to attempt to repress you. He's going to tell somebody to bloody well do as you're told. If you can't remember your own intrinsic self-worth, you're going to get a bit of loony and spend your next turn groveling. So this is going to be his authority. This is your purpose. What's your purpose roll?
D4.
Oh dear.
And +1.
Well, roll your purpose. He's going to roll his D20. He rolled a 6.
3.
Yeah,
the number of the counting.
So, yeah, he says, I believe that I am your king, and therefore you shall do what I tell you to do. And you will get a bit of loony and spend your next turn groveling to Arthur, King of the Britons. Does anyone else want to jump in against this bloody well king?
Oh no, I am coconuts.
Oh dear. Sir Balfour's gone coconuts.
My.
So Balfour Brian's gone coconuts and therefore has joined the Quiet Immortal. So I'm going to change your name, Sir Balfour, to just Brian. And you can take off the helmet because I know it was bloody hot in there. Make up a new character, Brian.
What were the stuff? What were the traits, Matt?
Oh, you can use anything you want on King Arthur. It's the fairies.
I'll take my tome and I'll beat him over the head with it for lorefulness. How about that?
Works for me.
Read the book. Read the book.
Read the book, you bastard.
Absorb it through your skull. The hard way.
Any day now. Oh dear. Now you rolled a 1 because you rolled 1. D16 plus 3. You gotta go /R space D16. And then we add 3 to it.
There we are. That's a 9.
That's better.
Better than 9.
Not
Not Bob. Well, I mean, let's see. Let's see what Arthur rolls.
Better than a 1.
Rolled a 15. So he is unimpressed by your attempt to attack him, Father Neymard, Brian, and sort of stumbles out of the way and says, "Right, enough of that. He's already down. I assume that you don't want to go the same way. Just step out of the way and allow me to get my my God-given grail."
No.
Well, I do not believe that God intended for you to have it, sir. I believe it was intended for us. And she is going to use her bardistry and dance
Little sexy dance again.
and try.
Hey, Brian. Nice.
Yes.
Nice, Brian. Nice.
Cordelia is going to use the while.
Sexy dancing always gets my sport going, eh, Brian? All right, Brian. Go ahead and roll your Brian artistry, Brian.
Alright, this is a D16 plus 2.
That's a 12.
We will see where we get.
And what was that? That was baldistry.
Bardistry.
Right? Yeah, let's see.
Bardistry.
No, that's just a straight D20 roll. Here we go again. Oh, that's an 8. All right. So Arthur comes up close to you. He's like, "Oh my, I believe I feel something stirring within my loins. I'm not quite sure what that means. Allow me to...
That means you should sit down, love.
Maybe you are correct, yes. Allow me to please sheath my my sword." Shh! He puts his sword away, and he comes in and he says, "Allow me, fair lady, for a single kiss."
Maybe. What will you give me?
I will give
If I allow you.
I will give you the grace of the King of the Britons. A kiss from his lips is like gold from the heavens.
I don't know. Convince me.
I'm not very good at convincing. I have someone for that. So I would assume that this is a no. Am I wrong?
Maybe. Perhaps.
Oh, you're playing coy. I see. Yes. I have.
And she is going to continue to try to distract him. Well, hopefully somebody else will attend to the fairies.
I think that's a perfectly acceptable opportunity. So while Brian, sorry, I've lost my accent. While Brian is attempting to get in with the king, so to speak, Tammy and Neymard, Brian's, can do what they wish with the fairies at the top of the castle, eh?
Yep. It was decorum, purpose, and a couple other things, right?
It was animal husbandry, authority, charity, chastity, decorum, druidry, or purpose.
I could do decorum again.
Okay. Will you try a different verse from the book of Psalms there?
Yep. I'm not going to read it for time. I'm just going to
appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Better.
Or that's a 14. That, my friend, is a success. And that will grant you the grace of the fairies, since the difficulty for that particular deed was indeed a 14. You missed it by 1 when you did it the first time the day before, Father Neymard, Brian. Sorry to say. But with that, Father Neymard, the fairies, they encircle you. There is a glittering of golden dust in your face as you find yourself lifted off your feet by these fairies, these winged women that lift you up into the clouds. You watch as Father Neymard ascends into the heavens. Tammy, Brian, And Brian, who is still sort of playing coy with King Arthur, he looks out the window and he sees this glowing, ascending priest of God flying up into the clouds. And Father Neymard, you see a brilliant glowing cup descend into your hand from the clouds themselves.
I look at it, and is there any liquid in it?
You look at it, and yeah, there's a bit of rainwater maybe in it, I'd say.
I drink it.
Okay, you drink it. As you do so, you hear this sort of blast of trumpets, bum, 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 and the voice of God himself comes to your ears as you see his face appear in the heavens. Let me see if I can bring him up. Yep, there he is.
Father Neymard.
God!
Father Neymard, you have drunk from my holy cup. You have found the Grail. Why did it take you so bloody long?
Sorry, Lord. Got distracted, Lord.
Yes, well, you have...
Too many sexy bees.
Enough talking. You have indeed achieved the greatest of all chivalric deeds and stuffed up that Poncy King Arthur in the process. I'm proud of you, Father Neymard, for all the things that you've done for me, for your friends, and for the church. That's right. No, you keep it. It's just a cup. It's fine.
Thank you, Lord.
No, thank you. I will grant
Call
you...
upon me again if you need me, Lord.
No, I will call upon you if I need you. For I grant you here
Yes.
now a lazurization. But the next time you indeed go upon one of my quests, or a quest, perhaps of another individual, the next time that you find yourself at death's door, you will indeed fill up all of your life to its maximum. As well, I would
Thank you, Lord.
I would like you to take this.
What, Lord?
This sticker. Please take this sticker. It says +1 on
Thank
it.
you, Lord.
Yes, you may apply this to an accoutrement or a retainer. I know that you had one of them, but I don't remember what happened to them. This Quilliam chap. Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So you can apply this +1 to Quilliam or to any of your accoutrements. And they'll be
For a trait.
they'll be better than they were. It's to your accoutrement, not your trait, Father Neymard.
Right. Yes, Lord.
Yes, of course. Why everybody calls me Lord all the time? Are you done?
Are we, Lord?
Yes, we are done. Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Lord.
No, that's quite all right, Bryce. Got to go take a shit.
Good luck, Lord.
And Father Neymard, you have spoken the final words to God on high. I'd like you, as you descend to the castle, bearing the cup of Jesus Christ himself, to tell us what it is that you do in the last moments of this quest.
I begin to sing as I come down. Always look on the bright side of life.
Did it.
Do, do,
Did it. Did it. Did it.
do, do, do.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Did it.
Doo-doo,
Did it. Did it. Did
doo-doo,
it.
doo-doo, doo-doo.
I pass the cup around to everyone to enjoy some of the holiness. Life's a piece of shit when you look at it. Da 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 da. I don't remember the rest of the words.
I don't think anybody remembers the words, anyways. All right.
Well, I remember those parts.
Brian, I'd like you to tell us, in any order, what it is that you do in the last moments of this quest. I know Brian has gone loony and is sort of in a fetal position on the ground. What is it that you see when you see Father Neymard descending from on high? What goes through your mind, Brian? That's Sir Balfour, Brian, just in case you were wondering.
Well,
Sir Brian.
he looks up and sees that we have the Grail, and he punches King Arthur right in the nuts and says, "We won!" and runs out the door.
Yes, I would do that too. So well done, Brian. Sounds good. Over to you, Brian. What do you do in the last moments? You just watched Brian punch the king in the nuts. What do you do?
Cordelia Brian? Well, she sees all this. She finds it quite amusing, and she goes from doing sexy dance to happy dance and winks at the king like, gotcha.
The king collapses into a pile of jelly. Not literally jelly. He just sort of, falls down, grabs his sack. He clearly wasn't wearing an athletic supporter, but that's okay. I don't know what happened to Tammy. Tammy Bryant seems to have disappeared again. Has that sort of ability to just disappear at will. That's fine.
Well, she is an enchanter.
That is true. Tammy Bryant has just disappeared. Just poof, gone. Oh well. I guess we'll never know what happened to Tammy Bryant. But I just want to let you know about this has been... Oh, Tammy Bryant has just returned.
Sorry, phone call.
Phone? What's a phone call? What are you doing? This is a historical reenactment, man. How dare you take a phone call during it? That's one demerit.
Well, that's the total of 4, isn't it?
That's 3. You took one demerit back because Brian did a very nice song, which removed it with a merit. So you're lucky that Bashrooming didn't happen now, or that chat did not put in some kind of demerit for all of you, using their channel points to do it.
Still nothing stopping them. But yes, you can find me around the internet. I'm mostly on our Discord.
I didn't ask you, Tammy Bryant, what you do in the internets. I asked you what Tammy Bryant wanted to do.
Sorry.
That's one demerit. That's bloody bullshit. That's it. That's a demerit and therefore a beshrooming. Go ahead, Tammy Bryant. Hit me with a fucking D30.
Okay. Let's see if I can get a natural 1 again.
The foot.
Oh, please, let it be the foot. All of you die.
The foot.
The foot falls, you all
If it's a
die.
foot up.
Oh, God.
29.
It may be something really
What
bad.
is the 29?
We're going to find out right now. Here
Very high.
Here we are. Jimmy Buzzard's 29. Sorry. Yep, that's fine. I'll take that one.
This is fine.
The current scene is abruptly ended, and the entire party is transported to a new location of the hole's choosing, after he says the eponymous...
And now for something completely different.
So I think that's actually a perfect way to end
The episode.
as all 4 of you are absolutely transported away to a completely different setting. Perhaps a pitch.
We're on a desert island.
No, a pitch, a perfect green pitch for football that all four of you must now play against each
The
other.
bishops versus.
Yes, exactly. Look across the way, and they're walking very strange walks. They got one guy's walking like this. One guy has a very sort of weird kick walk. I don't know how you're going to be able to win, but that's what I have chosen to put you. I guess that happens too. That's fine. We're ready for it. Now, I think with that said, my duties as whole have ended because this story has gone so far off the fucking rails.
You're welcome.
And yet, we found our ending. We found our ending.
And we still won.
Damn straight.
I will say my adieus. I hope you all have a wonderful time. I'm going to go open my boutique. And with that, our friend, our mentor, Jimmy Buzzard, disappears from the scene. I am, of course, the head of programming. I'm more than happy to end this program once I understand all four of yours attempts at civilian life. What is it that you actually do? Let's start with this one, directly above me. Brian's is your name. What is your name? It says Brian. What is your actual name?
Well, my actual name is Ironhead454.
I see.
And you can find me on TikTok and making fun of my pets and making fun of my kids and 3D printing stuff and I don't know, junk like that. And you can also find me on the Slices and Dices chat on Discord. And I'm there almost every day making some kind of a dumb comment somewhere. So join us.
Thank you very much, Ironhead 4, 5. I don't even know what to say. Right. And directly next to you, there's a gent who's got quite a large collection, from what I remember, of historical artifacts. You want to tell us what it is that you actually do? I think you've got a name under you. It says Father Neymard.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I am known Fury, also Chris. I've been a lovely member of this channel for probably far too long. You will see me on occasionally in the Discord. I can't use it on my work computer anymore, so I'm off it more often than I used to be on it. But until then, you will see me on the Discord every once in a while. You'll see me here playing Call of Cthulhu, which we're on pause for now, and stuff like this. And just remember, always drink from the goblet of the gods.
Right, thank you so much.
Also, today's text was brought to you by the one and only James Joyce's Finnegan's Wake. That was today.
To reserve that one for later. Thank you so much. James Joyce. Name rings a bell. Right, next to you is an individual who seems to disappear and reappear at will. And that is, says your name is Tammy, am I correct?
It is Tammy.
Yes.
And I think I'll do the sign off as Tammy because I got things messed up. So, as Tammy, you'll find me here on the Monty Python one shot. Or maybe two shot. We'll see what happens.
No, this is definitely not a two shot. We're done after this.
We're done?
Yes,
Okay.
we're done.
Well, then Tammy would walk off towards the sunset. And that shall be her.
That's
Not that sunset.
yeah. That's a very sexy sunset.
No, that's what she would be doing with her brother.
Right.
But
Good. Tell us where it is that you can be found upon the internet, please, so we can close this program out.
Yes, this isn't Game of Thrones.
Yes. Continue, please,
There you go.
and no more interruptions. Go ahead.
there you go, Discord.
Discord. Thank you, sir.
Keep it simple.
And then finally, last but not least, Brian. Again, Brian.
Yes, I don't know why it says Brian twice. Whoever the hole was, moron. Go ahead, Brian, directly above me. Tell us who you are and what it is that you intend to do with the rest of your life.
Well, I am Julie. I am just north on Discord. That's primarily where you're going to find me on social media because I don't really care for much of the others. And it's much more peaceful here hanging out with friends. These are the friends that we choose. And I choose to hang with them. And what I'm doing with the rest of my life, just trying to love everyone I can and be at peace.
Love.
And not worry about all the bullshit
Writing all
that's
this
out in the
down.
rest of the universe.
Love, peace. Yes.
And ignore the bullshit.
Ignore.
So, yes, that. So, if you want to come hang out with us on Discord, we'd love to see you and make new friends.
Since you mentioned the Discord, I'll put it now in our chat so that people can hang on our Discord to find out what it is that they can find more of the programming that we've put into this particular channel in the last 2.5, 3 hours. I hope that you enjoyed this program. I wish that the sound effects gentlemen would get a little bit of a different look on things. I'm quite tired of it. You can stop now. It's silly.
Too silly. Way too silly.
Yes, quite too silly.
Much too
We
soon.
interrupt this program to annoy you and make things generally irritating.
Gods, I can't even. I'm so glad this program is over. We've done justice, I think, to the historical accuracy of it. And I think with that said, the BBC will be proud to host a program like this in the near future. But not in the very near future because I just can't take it.
Bruh.
Indeed, bruh. I think we're done for now. I thank you all for watching this program. And I hope that you find...
Yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango.
I hope that you find that you've been entertained and informed by it. Till we see each other again, thank you all, and have... I didn't call for the music yet! I told bloody fucking...